Evers from Student Health and Wellbeing, and with me today is James Young from the MU Police Department, who is here to talk with us today about campus safety. So James, thank you for being here today.
Appreciate you inviting us over.
Absolutely. So how safe is campus?
Overall, campus is really relatively safe. Our biggest issue that we deal with day in and day out is theft of belongings. Some of the other things that make the news are things that don't happen quite as often, but do make the news because it is so rare for them to happen. And we're in our obligation to make those alerts and announcements and stuff to our campus community. So in general, we're doing oddly enough, tonight that we're recording this, we're doing our annual campus safety walk with our Missouri Student Association. They're leading that charge, and we're going to be out looking at campus after hours and during the dark, just to kind of see how things are going. And then from there, they'll make up a report to kind of help submit to recommend any changes or adjustments that can be made. That's one of our ongoing efforts that we try and work with our students on, making sure that they are safe and feeling safe on our campus community. Additionally, we do look at, with that theft issue, making sure that folks are aware that things do get stolen on campus. They do happen around campus, and to making sure that folks are locking their belongings up and keeping their things safe. And if it's valuable and has a serial number, that they're utilizing the property registration that's available.
So a lot of environmental level things that you're talking about in that answer. So making sure that that you register things with serial numbers, and then you, like you saying, going around and looking at the campus to see exactly where some changes might need to be made. That's good to know. Thank you for that. So what are your recommendations for how we as a campus community, as students, staff, faculty, whoever is involved in the campus, how we can stay safe on our campus?
Probably one of the biggest things is being aware of what's happening around us. There's a lot of times where we will see folks, faculty, staff, and students alike, that are taking the time to try and answer an email, respond to a text message, doing something on their cell phone or whatever, and they're taking their eyes away from what's happening around them. That's led to folks just bumping into each other, especially now when we're trying to physically distance each other. Making sure that we are staying away, at least that 6 feet is important. So being able to see what's coming and approaching us. We've had folks step out in front of vehicles. Thankfully, very, very few of them get hit. But, it is something that as we're approaching crosswalks, as we're approaching stop signs, setting that phone or tucking that phone away and looking both directions, making sure it's safe to cross, that the vehicles are actually paying attention, that they do recognize that there's a pedestrian waiting to cross before stepping out. That helps with cutting down on those pedestrian accidents. It's not all on the pedestrian to do that. It is on our drivers as well to be paying attention, and buckling up and putting the phone down and making sure that they're being safe as well. But regardless, being aware of our surroundings and is important. That also lets us see if there's something that's a danger to us, whether that is somebody approaching that, maybe looking to commit a crime, or being able to witness that crime if there is one happening. Folks are paying attention. We can get descriptions of folks that are involved and that type of stuff from those witnesses. And that's a big help in, if there is something that does happen, us being able to respond and appropriately address it.
Thank you very much. Is there anything else that you would like for our campus to know that we haven't covered yet, or is that pretty much sum it up?
Our department is open to coming and presenting to faculty, staff, and student groups. They can reach out to our crime prevention unit. It's a really easy email. It's crimeprevention@missouri.edu. We can set up a conversation. If there's questions that they're wanting to have answered by an officer, we can work towards getting that set up and done. I realize right now with the remote environment that everybody's in that we are utilizing a lot of online platforms. We're still able to continue working in that environment and providing that information, much like we are today.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time, and thank you so much for being here. I'm sure that we'll come back for another video because there's a lot of topics that MUPD can address. I thought this one was a good one to start with, but hopefully we'll see you in future videos.
All right. Thank you, Danielle.